Bartsong Tavern.
The wind howled across the sea of moving ice, its voice an ethereal moan heavy with the secrets of ancient times. Beneath the frozen expanse, the restless dead slumbered, waiting for the world to remember them. But among the living, only one man still carried their story in his heart. Kinnuki, last prince of the Reghedmen, stood alone upon the ice. A giant from an older world, he wore polar bear pelts, and the skull of a beast he had slain crowned his head. The 10 townsmen spoke of him in awe and fear. Some traded with him for furs and knucklehead trout. Few dared approach him twice. Knew no common, yet his silence spoke enough, and like frost upon his beard, old memories never left him. He is the last guardian of ice. Good. You came wrapped for winter. The north strips pride from the poorly dressed. The Reghedmen, the men of the tundra, were fierce and free, carving out a hard existence beneath the cold, unfeeling sky. They worshipped the spirits of beasts and honored their kings, each tribe bound by blood and the law of the hunt. There were once many tribes, each named after the mighty creatures they revered. The tribe of the elk was known for its wisdom and endurance, traveling great distances across the tundra in search of sustenance. The tribe of the wolf, silent and cunning, thrived as night stalkers and ambush hunters, feared for their precision in battle. The tribe of the bear were the strongest of them all, warriors clad in the furs of their namesake, unmatched in raw power and unshaken by the elements. Among them, Kinnuki was a prince of the tribe of the bear, a warrior without equal. His axe, an obsidian-edged monstrosity of ancient craftsmanship, had felled both man and beast in equal measure. His hunting spear, 12 feet of enchanted steel, was honed to pierce the hides of frost giants and the thick skulls of the tundra's dire beasts. Yet even the mightiest weapons could not defend against fate. The tribe of the tiger was the most aggressive, its warriors bound by a code of honor that demanded strength above all else. Many other tribes had once roamed the tundra. Time and hardship had swallowed them. Which clan would you follow? Choose carefully, Frostwalker. Not all endure the winter. Tell me below. The nightmare began with the arrival of the sorcerer, Damian Morienus, the necromancer of Lascan, had come seeking sanctuary from the prying eyes of the arcane brotherhood. He had chosen Kinnuki's land for his own, sculpting the very ice and rock into his Accursed Tower. The Reghedmen, awed by his power, had bent the knee. Not Kinnuki. He had seen the truth in the sorcerer's cold eyes. He had seen the sickness that festered within the tower's stone, the way it consumed the weak, the dying, the lost. The tribes had offered their sick in reverence. Damian had taken them, not to heal, but to experiment, twisting their flesh, draining their spirits. And yet, from the depths of the tower's darkness, something pure had emerged. Matilda. She had been the sorcerer's wife, a healer of great skill and gentle heart. In her, Kinnuki had found not just an ally, but a kindred soul. She had seen what her husband had become, what he had done, and could bear it no longer. Matilda chose the wild honesty of Kinnuki's world over the polished cruelty of Damian's tower. They'd fallen in love amidst the frozen wilderness, their hearts bound as surely as their fates. She had given him not only love, but a sense of peace he had never known. Together, they had fled into the tundra, escaping Damian's wrath. Together, they had built a life away from darkness. And from their love, a daughter had been born. Jukini, the last hope of a dying people. When Jukini was born, even the bitter winds seemed to soften, and hope returned for one brief night. But the past is never so easily buried. Damien did not love Matilda. He did not mourn her loss. But to be denied, to have his will defied, was an insult he could not abide. Blinded by rage, Damien summoned demons, bound in chains of blood and ancient sorcery, loosing them upon the tundra without considering what other horrors they might unleash. They hunted Kinnuki, Matilda, and their newborn child across the frozen wastes. For weeks the chase continued, until the creatures weary of the game called upon their true power, fire. The great thaw was no act of nature, it was the work of hellfire, melting the ice that had stood eternal. The ground split, the river swelled, and the tribe, Kinnuki's people, perished beneath the collapsing world. The flood found them. Matilda was torn away into the black water and broken ice. "Hold her!" she cried as the waters took her. Jukini, the child of love and sorrow, survived the waters. Fever claimed her days later, her tiny body wrapped in her father's furs as he cradled her against the storm. By dawn, the child was still. Kinnuki stood alone beside the grave, the last warmth of his world fading from him. Only then did the land answer Damien in kind. Far across the drowned tundra, the Accursed Tower shook. Its frozen foundation softened, walls cracked, and deep within the tower, the summoning circle split apart beneath falling stone. The demons were finally free. Then the floor collapsed. Damien and the horrors he had chained vanished into the abyss, as the tower slowly sank beneath mud, meltwater, and broken ice. When the thaw was done, the land healed, but a man did not. Alone. That was how the last prince of the Reghedmen chose to live. The years stretched into decades. The 10 townsmen came and went, but Kinnuki remained, a sentinel of ice and memory. He did not weep, for the ice did not weep. He did not rage, for the tundra did not rage. Instead, he hunted. He fished. He shaped bone and stone into the remembered faces of his people, his love, and the child he had lost. Around his neck always hung the tiny figurine of Jukini. You thought the tale was done. That's what they all think when the storm finally breaks. And then, one day, the past came knocking once more. Led by a dark elf of a legend, a band of adventurers came seeking the Accursed Tower. Kinnuki looked upon their guide and saw a kindred soul. He led them through storm and shadow, and Kinnuki, last of the Reghedmen, would be there when the dead rose once more. It is another tale, written in snow and ice.